Do you need stacked charts in Google Sheets? So in today's video, we're going to walk through how to take data like this and turn it into stacked bar and stacked column charts. So first of all, let's populate our table here. We need to take our data here and make it into a format we can use. So let's do unique for our reps. So select that. And then right now it's going down, but we need to go across, so we can wrap this with transpose. And optionally, before we do that, we can do sort as well. So transpose and then sort inside, just like that. And then we can do unique on the sector as well. Grab the sector, make sure that's just D there. And then we can sort this one as well. So now let's get our totals. So we're going to use some ifs. And we can use the table references. I'll show you how we can do that real quick. So we have the table name there. So sales, and then we can pick the amount and so forth. Now, if you don't have a table, then what you do here is you just pick those columns just like this, and then do something like sales rep. And then we go back here and compare it to our rep and so forth. But to do those table references, we can just do sales, and we can do amount, and then sales rep would be equal to this one right above, so D, and then sales sector would be the consumer goods. So we're almost ready. If we drag this though, you can see it goes to 0, and the reason why, this reference for sales rep is correct, but our one for sector moved into that number. So what we need to do here is lock the appropriate cells. So sales rep, we need to lock the row, and so we put a $sign before it. And then for the sector, we put a $sign before the C. And so where the $sign is before, we'll make sure it doesn't move. Now we can hit enter. We can go ahead and let it autofill if you like, or you can just drag it down manually and then drag it over. And there are our totals. So let's go ahead and make our chart now. So we can select the whole thing just like this and insert chart. Let's go ahead and drag it down, and then we can look at our different options. So first of all, let's select our chart type. And so if we come down here, so first of all, we have our stacked column, just like that. Or we can come back up here. We can also do a stacked bar chart. And so the setup on these is basically identical. So it's just a matter of selecting which one you want, and we can go through the different settings. So once you have the chart type, either column or bar that you want, then we can come through and make these settings. So we could rename this and do something like sales. And then we could set the options here. So example, the color, if you want it black instead of a dark gray, set it to bold. You can make the font a little different as well. And you can set the font size manually if you want. So it currently is 20, we could go 24 if you want. And then under chart style, we could change things like the background color. I like doing a light gray on both the background and the border. And it just makes it look a little cleaner. So if you look at that now, it's pretty clean. So you could align this to whatever your branding is. And then let's look at stuff like this. So when you have this chart, let me close this real quick. When you have the chart here, you need to go back to edit it, just double click, and it brings up this chart editor on the side. Then what you can do is if you click on an element, so like this legend here, it'll bring you to that place in the editor. So right now it's auto and it's putting it on the right. We could determine if we want on the bottom, for example, something like that. And then here is our axis title. I usually delete them, but it's up to you if you want to keep it in place or not. You can rename it. I'm going to go ahead and delete it from here. And then right now we have the reps here, and then each part is the sector. So if you wanted that to be the opposite, like what if you wanted the reps to be part and the sectors to be the whole thing, then you do switch rows and columns. And now you can see we have consumer goods, energy, finance, and so forth. So we could use this in our advantage if you want to create a couple different copies of this. Let's close this out, just give us a little more room. So let's make this a little bit smaller. Something like that maybe. And then drag it over here. And then I can just copy this whole chart and paste it just like that. And then double click in here, go back to setup, and then switch rows and columns. And now you can see we have both versions just like that. Then we could do the same thing if we want to come down here. Let's add a couple more rows. And then we could paste this again, and we could double click, change this setup. We could go to stacked bar chart, just like that, and so forth. So it's very quick and easy to make those edits once you have that initial chart. All right, so let's look at some more options you can make on this chart. So double click, let's go to these. So pick that series right there. So if you want to change the color of a particular series, you can click on it. And then here we have fill color. So you could pick, if you want a specific color for that, you could add new colors in here if you have the hex or RGB, or you could even pick one manually. Otherwise, I'll go back to the default on that one. So some other options we have. So let's go to all series for a moment and we scroll down. We can do data labels, which right now looks pretty overwhelming. So on these stacked ones, usually what works pretty well is if you do centered, and then we probably need to go a little smaller on those as well. So you can see that looks pretty well. You can actually go even smaller. So it shows 10 is the minimum here, but you can type in something like 6 if you want it even smaller. And that gives you more room if you want to add like total data labels like that, and you can see both. All right, so that is it for today's video on creating stacked charts in Google Sheets. Make sure to check out the other videos on our channel for more tutorials on both Google Sheets and AppScript. And as always, have a great day.